Good morning students, welcome to wireless communication class, and today actually we are going to learn about the cellular network concept. So first we will see the introduction to cellular network, then features of cellular system, followed by that we have GSM cellular network architecture. Okay, so first the cellular network. Cellular systems or network or technology in which a wide geographical area is broken up into small units called cells. So cellular networks are the underlying technology behind almost all the mobile devices what actually we are using nowadays. So these mobile devices remain connected to the internet while on the moment also, that is moving from one place to another, still we've been connected with the internet. So in basic cellular network, a mobile device is connected to radio tower wirelessly, and the radio tower indeed is connected to the other towers or a physical network that is eventually connects the mobile devices to the internet. So definitions in the context of cellular networks. First, see cell. So in a cellular network, the geographical area that needs to be serviced by the network is divided into small areas called cells. So based on the size of each cell, they have been categorized as microcells and femtocells. So when we come across base station, a base station is a wireless transceiver. So transmitter is there and receiver is also there. Okay, so transmitter and receiver combined is called as transceiver. So that actually it is used for transmission and the reception purpose, or otherwise a base station is also called as a wireless router that is located at the center of the cell on a tower and connects the mobile devices to physical or the wireless network. Then we have a modulation. Already you would have come across the modulation like in AM, FM, PM in the analog communications, and the digital communications we have ASK, FSK and PSK. So modulation is nothing but a process of piggybacking the data on a carrier signal which is transmitted over a telecommunication medium. So TDM is another important concept here. So TDM is a technology that allows multiple users to use the same frequency at the same time. Okay, so in TDMA each user is allocated a time slot when it can send data over a certain frequency. So this way no two users send the data over the same frequency at the same time, hence leading to the better use of the frequency spectrum. So next we have a code division multiple access, that is nothing but an improvement of over TDMA, wherein multiple users can share the same frequency spectrum at the same time. That how it is possible, because each user will be given a unique code. So each transmitter is assigned a code to avoid unwanted interference among the different transmitters. Now coming to the features of cellular systems, we have cellular systems offers a very high capacity in a limited spectrum. Second thing is the reuse of radio channels in different cells. It enables a fixed number of channels to serve an arbitrarily large number of users by reusing the channel throughout the coverage region. The third one is the communication is always between the mobiles and the base station, not directly with the mobile devices. So each cell base stations are allocated a group of radio channels within a small geographical area. So neighboring cells are assigned with different channel groups. That means frequency reuse possible. So we have to plan, frequency planning is there so that the frequency can be reused. So this is important features of cellular system. Next, cell splitting is another concept. Cell splitting is nothing but means of increasing the capacity of cellular system by subdividing or splitting the cells into two or more smaller cells. So on splitting, new cells with a smaller radius are added called as microcells. So we have macro cells with a larger area and micro cells with a lesser area. So each new cell created is independent and has a reduced antenna height and transmitted power. So the creation of the new smaller cells increases the capacity of the system as a whole. So cell splitting increases the frequency reuse factor also. Then coming to the frequency reuse. So the ability to use the same frequency repeatedly across the cellular system. So each cell uses a radio frequency only within its boundaries. If you see the figure, you will come to know. So yes, 7 different types of frequency we are using. So same frequencies can be reused in other cells, provided with a larger distance. That means not far away, with a limited possibility of interference we can use. Now the important cellular technology is what actually in the existing. So we have GSM called Global System Mobile Communication that includes the cellular concepts. Then second we have GPRS, General Packet Radio Service, Code Division Multiple Access, EVDO, Evolution Data Optimized. Then we have Enhanced Data Rates for GSM Evolution called EDGE. Then we have Universal Mobile Telecommunication System UMTS. All applies the digital cellular technology concepts. Then Digital Enhanced Cordless Telecommunication DECT and Integrated Digital Enhanced Network. Now coming to the GSM cellular network architecture diagram, here we see the mobile station has been connected to the base subsystem through wireless medium, and the base subsystem has been connected to the network subsystem. Finally it reaches the PST and the destination end. Okay, so here the base subsystem consists of BTS and BS, and network subsystem consists of MSC, HLR, VLR, EAR and AUC. Now in detail about the block diagram, you see MS stands for nothing but mobile station. It's nothing but a device or equipment with a subscriber identity model, so called a SIM. So now these mobile stations are connected to the tower, and the tower connected to the BTS through transceiver. So this transceiver comprises transmitter receiver operation to take place, and the transceiver has two performance of sending and receiving the data. So BTS stands for base transceiver station, which facilitates wireless communication between user equipment and the network. So every tower has a BTS. That in each cell we find a BTS. BSC stands for base station controller, and BSC has multiple BTS. You can consider the BSC as a local exchange of your area, which has multiple towers, and multiple towers have BTS. MSC stands for mobile switching center, and MSC is associated with the communication switching functions such as a call setup, call release, routing, call tracing, call forward. All these functions are performed in the MSC level. So MSC is having further components like VLR, HLR. Like VLR stands for visitor location register, home location register, authentication control register, equipment identity register. So all these registers are nothing but the database where the details will be stored inside the data. Okay, and finally if you come to VLR stands for visitor location register, and VLR is a database which contains the exact location of all mobile subscribers currently present in the service area of EMS. If you are going from one state to another state, then your entry is marked into the database of VLR. So VLR is a very important register for when we go for in the mobile communication. So and HLR stands for home location register. So this is nothing but a database containing the pertinent data regarding subscribers authorized, whether they are authorized to use the network or not, authorized to use the GSM network or not. So if you purchase a SIM card from the LHR, what happens? The HLR is like a home which contains the data like your ID proof. So which plans you are taking, and caller tune, what are you using, everything, the talking details, everything will be there in the HLR. So HLR is nothing but a register which maintains all the subscriber authorization details. Next we have the authentication control. Stands for authentication, whether the subscriber is authenticated to use the network or connected to the network. Then EIR stands for equipment identity register. Is a database that keeps a record of all the allowed or banned in the network. So if you are banned in the network, then you can't enter the network and you can't make the call. So it is very important register. Okay, equipment identity register. Then PSTN, finally we have public switch telephone network which connects to MSC. So PSTN is originally a network of a fixed line analog telephone system, now almost entirely digital in its core network, and includes mobile and other networks as well. Fixed telephones are there. So the earlier landline phones which places at our home is nothing but our PSTN. Then we have OMC. OMC stands for Operation Maintenance Center. Okay, OMC monitors and maintains the performance of each MS, BSC and MSC within the GSM system. So we have three interfaces connecting this BSS, NSS and OSS. What is BSS? Base station subsystem. NSS network subsystem. OSS Operation Maintenance Center. Okay, subsystem. So here we have some three interfaces that is being connected here. So air interface, first one, is also known as the UM interface between MS and BTS, mobile station and the base transceiver. And it is also called as UM interface because it is a mobile analog to the user interface of ISDN. Then we have ABIS interface. It is a BSS internal interface linking with BTS and BSC. Okay. Then we have A interface. It provides a communication between BSS and MSC. All these three are very important interfaces that is being connected from mobile station to the PSTN end. So I think hope you have understood about the global system mobile communication in cellular network concepts. So in the next class we will see about the handoff strategies of cellular network. Okay, thank you.